How long has it been? I think like 2, 3 months at this point. First and foremost, sorry for privating almost all of my videos. I think that was like a little manic episode or something. I don't know. But maybe I'll make them public again in the future. Anyways, let's get into why I stopped uploading. Let's go back to February. I won't go into much detail, but I'll say that there are problems in my life that came up that added a lot of stress into my daily life. I felt like that stress slowly started to contribute to how I played the finals. Felt like my tracking and micro tracking wasn't up to par due to me tensing up my arm in gunfights more, and I would sometimes overcompensate the micro adjustments like even more than I did before. It felt like my decision making in game was getting worse as time went on. If you thought that I was a good player during the time I was uploading, I'll tell you that I was much better in the summer of 2024. So why didn't I upload in 2024? I was unable to upload during 2024 due to a CPU issue. I had a problem with my CPU where every now and then there'd be like this micro stutter that caused my screen and audio to stutter. It didn't affect me in game as much as it would only last less than a second, but it affected my recordings. It would slightly offset the game audio from the recording, and realigning the game audio and mic audio when I edited was a pain. I ended up upgrading my CPU in January of 2025, and shortly after, uploaded my first World Tour video. Due to unfortunate timing, problems came up in February, and that slowly started taxing my mental state as time went by. From February up until my last video in June, it felt like my progress in terms of skill was not improving. It felt like I was getting worse. As time went on, I felt as though my World Tour wins needed to be almost perfect to be uploaded onto my channel. There were many times where I would do good in the first round, bad in the second round, or vice versa, bad in the first round and good in the second round, and good in the final round, but never uploaded it because I did bad in one single round. This development of, I guess you can call it, perfectionism, led to me getting frustrated at minor things like dying 2 to 3 times in the first half of a round, then completely dismissing the rest of the game, even if I did good throughout the rest of that tourney. I tried fighting this mindset multiple times, but ultimately, I would always fall back to that mindset. Another problem that came up was during an update, I think sometime in May. When I recorded in OBS, it felt like I was playing at 60 Hz in game, and it felt like that affected my performance. I tried different settings in OBS and even tried recording with Nvidia, but Nvidia's recording is super bad. My mic audio just never worked when I tried to split the game in mic audio, because sometimes I would cough or sneeze, or just some things I didn't want to be in the video, and sometimes it would just like randomly stop recording mid-game. It felt like I was in a sinking ship. My problems from February were not getting better, although nowadays things are slightly better. I'm a lot less stressed than before. I was just put in a position that I've never been in my entire life, but I've been chipping away at that day by day. So that mixture of problems in real life, the bad mindset of needing my World Tour wins to be almost perfect, and the problems with OBS ultimately led to my downfall. I knew that in late May that I was reaching the point to where it was no longer plausible for me to keep uploading, but at that time, I did not know how to properly articulate those feelings. I thought at the time it was a good idea to just up and leave without any explanation. Although there is a post on my channel explaining the problems with OBS, there were more things behind the scenes that made me want to stop uploading. I thought that this channel was going to be forgotten about within a month from when I uploaded my last video, but recently I would type in commit, lamp, or grad's Twitch chat, and on 4 or 5 separate occasions, someone in the chat would reply to my message saying that they used to watch me, or they would ask where my videos went. So I thought this would be a good time to make a video on this, although I should have made this video way sooner. When I first logged back into this channel a couple of weeks ago, I saw a comment that shocked me. It was a comment from BAMTF saying that I inspired him to start a YouTube channel, and that was, like awesome to see that I inspired somebody. I never thought like I was capable of doing that. But also reflecting back on my channel, things were going good in terms of views and how much subs I was getting every day. Although at the time I could have thought of different formats to upload to my channel, but at the same time I was kind of getting sick of playing the finals, due to these expectations I put onto myself and how I became very self-critical of how I played the game, I think overall it was a good choice to stop uploading. The big question is, will I come back to this channel? Maybe. I could try a different format as opposed to uploading a single World Tour win every day. I say this because there were so many moments where I recorded something crazy or funny, like a last second steal to qualify, or a clutch team wipe, or when you melee that one zipline on Fortune Stadium or Seoul and get like 2 or 3 kills. I would sit there and cross my fingers and hope that the rest of the tourney would go good so that I could upload it. I have another channel where I just record myself playing Minecraft for like an hour or two and then condense that down to a 15-20 minute video. I'll leave that channel in the description and pin in the comments if you're curious. I didn't want to funnel people from this channel to my new one right away because I didn't think it would be good for algorithmic reasons. But I think my channel is in a good spot now to do so. As for this channel, I could do some trialing, experimenting. The same thing I do for my new channel, I could do for this channel. I could record myself playing whatever, Power Shift, Head to Head, World Tour, or Ranked for an hour or two and then condense that down to a 15-20 minute video. I do know that people in the past would tell me to upload longer videos, but I didn't like uploading longer videos because of how slow my upload speed is and still is, and how my upload speed affects my internet overall. I hope this video clears up things for the small majority of people who wondered where I went. I'll try to upload at least 1 to 3 times next week, maybe 1 time this week. I don't know what day I'll be recording this on. If this is uploaded on a Wednesday, don't expect an upload this week. If things go good for a month or 2, maybe I'll continue posting on this channel. Anyways, that's it. See ya!